Well, hello everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a fine day. Guys, I'm not going to be before you long today. I just had something on my little heart to talk about, and it's not going to take me very long to say what I have to say and then going on about my business. Okay. But again, I hope all is well with you and yours, guys. I'm doing okay. Um, just a little I don't even know what the right word is, guys. I ain't even going front with you. I'm just taken aback a little bit. Don't know why, because this is where we're living. But anywho, guys, yet another story. Um, and I'm sure this stuff has been happening for years, but I think we are just getting a glimpse into it. But first, let me just back up and say this, guys. Many years ago, guys, many years ago, um, I'm sure, well, I'm positive, long before I was even probably being thought of, um, coming through my mom's womb, probably long before my mama, my grandmama, her grandmama, many years ago, guys. Okay, there were prophets on the planet, I do believe. Um, and these prophets were basically, as far as my understanding is, they one of their functions were to speak to the people, God Almighty's words, okay? So they would relay and let the people know what Almighty want them to do, expected them to do. We got the Ten Commandments from it. I mean, there was prophets. I mean, real life, walking, breathing prophets, okay? Okay, so fast forward, guys. So when Yeshua hung up on that tree, because I don't believe it was a cross, I think it was just a tree, and he ascended back to from which he came. He made it clear that we would no longer be needing prophets, guys. That we could go boldly to the throne and speak to our Creator, which meant in my mind that we didn't need the so-called bishops, pastors, whatever other name that they go by. We can just have a conversation with our Creator, okay? The problem is, I believe, as I see it, now you may have a different opinion, and that's fine. Because I tell you guys all the time, we can agree to disagree, and we're going to still be okay, you and I. We're going to still be okay. Okay? You can have whatever you believe, and I'm going to have whatever my beliefs are, okay? So, again, rewind. Years ago, there were prophets, there was all types of prophets, speaking to the people, the words that Almighty wanted the people to hear. But Almighty was using his prophets, to convey these messages. So now we got fast forward here in this 19th century, 21st century, whatever century we in right now, whatever they calling it, because all of it's made up, guys. If you don't understand it, put it on a shelf. It'll be okay. It'll be all right, because all this stuff is just made up. But here we are again, guys. Here we are again with yet another for lack of a better word, scandal coming forward. Because these scandals has been happening for years, but we have just not been privy to it. Okay? So, it's done come out that Larry Reed, I don't know who this man is. I don't follow this man. Listen, I don't follow anything, but I'm striving to follow the Creator. That's all I want to follow, guys. I'm striving to do my best to do a work here on this realm so that one day I can hear our Creator say, well done, my good and faithful servant, okay? So for that reason, I don't put stock in men because this is one of the things that can happen. When the daggone rubber meets the road and the grits hit the pan or the fan or whatever it hits, and then everybody's sucking on sorrow. Oh, they so let down, and oh, they so disgusted, and oh, they so this, and oh, they so that. That's because we're not supposed to be using these so-called prophets of today, who is clearly, in my opinion, not fit to train up a dog properly, And one thing, guys, I will say, we got to stop being lazy in our thinking. We got to stop being willing to want so desperately and badly to have our ears tickled. But the word said that was going to happen, and that's happening. All a lot of us want to do is have our ears tickled. We don't understand that these so-called pastors, bishops, or whatever their titles are, they're feeding us, a lot of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them are feeding us malarkey. And then when you find out what the truth is, what these people have had going on behind closed doors, some of y'all get in denial. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not him. No, that ain't him. That ain't her. Because, females like males, both of them got some shiesty stuff going on. So I don't follow these people. I'm sorry. I'll pray for these people. But I don't follow these people because I think these people have only one thing in mind, and that is to get their bank account to grow. They want money, fame, and fortune. That's what they want, And they're getting it off the backs of people who are unsuspecting, people who will not. Listen, why don't we do our own research? Why don't we go boldly to the throne ourselves to find out what Almighty would have us do? Because these people who are running around buying jets, mansions, luxury ones. They walking around here, they drenched in jewelry. These people are just after your dollars, and it seems like you are willing, some of you are willing participants. And like I said, when the truth comes to light, then you want to be sitting somewhere sucking on sorrow, wishing why you shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't do. Why? We can go boldly to the throne. We don't need a middleman, guys. We don't need a middleman, and all he's doing is sucking your money and leaving you hopeless after you find out all the shenanigans that's been going on behind closed doors and been doing it for years. They say Larry Reed, then it's been found out that, and now, like I said, I don't watch this man. I've heard of this man, but I don't watch this man. But they said that it's been found out that he's sneaking around tulip trees and things like that. You do what you do in your life. You do what you do. I'm not here to criticize what nobody is doing behind closed doors. But one thing do tick me off. when you're doing it in the name of the Lord, and you know you ain't got Lord nowhere up in you. Your whole motivation is to get the planes, trains, automobiles, mansions, boats, whatever else you feel like you want to be fancying yourself with. But you're doing it on the backs of the people, and that's wrong. That's all I come to say. That's wrong, guys, on all kind of levels. But see, if we wasn't so gung-ho about following these people instead of following Almighty, see, we are the culprits too. Because if there were no people for them to fleece, where are they going to get it from? That's why we got to stop and we got to open up our mouth and pray, ask Almighty to guide your steps. Speak to me, Lord. Where do I go from here? What do you want me to know? Speak to me, Lord. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a dream. It's going to be a vision. It's going to be something that Almighty's going to give you to let you know what His will for your life is. It don't have to be this man or this woman who's sitting around just trying to bank on your money. And some people, I'm telling you, some people will give their last to these pastors, bishops, and whatever else name they go by. Baby ain't got no new pair of shoes. Baby walking with the daggone heels turned over like whatever. But they'll take that last little bit of money because the pastor, preacher, bishop, whatever he go by or she go by, he wants a new daggone car. Or he needs a $50 million suit. Well, my Lord, what does that suit do? That suit ought to be jumping on my back by itself. That suit ought to be pressing itself out. That suit ought to be flying me to my destination. You know, but see, but in all seriousness, guys, we are the culprits. We are enabling these people to be in the position that they are because we keep feeding them our money because we thinking we're getting the word of God from these people. Now remember, I started out telling you guys when Jesus ascended back to where he came from, he ripped that veil from top to bottom. Said you can boldly go unto the Father by yourself. You don't need no middleman no more. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit excited because all of this stuff that's going on, people, please open up your eyes, open up your heart, open up your mind, and see what these people are doing. Now, if you are okay with what they're doing, you keep on. You keep on enabling them to get those vehicles, those mansions, those boats, those planes, trains, automobiles, whatever else they figure they want. You keep on doing that. Because one day, you too shall see what's really going on. And these people they don't have your best interest in mind. They don't give a good flying cactus where your soul, because we got a soul and we got a spirit man under this flesh, they don't care about where it ends up when all is said and done. So if you want to be tying yourself up with them type people, go right ahead. Be my guest. But be forewarned. Because you can't say nobody ever told you. Because I'm sitting here telling you, when he died and went up to where he came down from, he ripped that veil from top to bottom. You don't need that middleman. These people, all they doing is fleecing you. They're going to suck you dry if they haven't already sucked you dry. And they're never going to tell you what Almighty true words is. Because they probably don't even understand the words themselves. They're never going to be able to articulate it, what's going on in that word. But woe, woe, woe to that man or woman who's leading Almighty's flock astray on purpose. Woe to them. And this is not a warning from me. It says it in the word. Woe to you. You caused one of his children to go astray. It would have been better if you wasn't born. It would have been better if you was not born. Would be better if the daggone you had a ball and chain tie and throw down into the daggone bottom of the sea. It would have been better if you hadn't have been born. Keep messing around with Almighty's people. But guys, listen, you have a role to play. You have a role to play. Welcome to your world. This is your world, baby. POs, this is your world. You don't have to succumb to this stuff. Now, ain't no telling how many deep, dark secrets that this Laurie Reed got falling out the closet. Ain't no telling how many. It's not just him. It's the likes of Joyce Myers, the likes of Prevlo, the likes of what's them other? It's a bunch of them. And listen, if you're supposed to be a follower of Almighty, listen, the word says, you shall know them by the fruit that they bear. You shall know them. So you got to stop depending on people to get you what you need to go as far as your spiritual growth. You talk to Almighty just like you talking to your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Just talk to him. He's waiting for us to talk to him anyway. We don't need that middleman to do that. And then you wake up sucking on sorrow the next morning once you find out the truth that's been told. Y'all better go somewhere and buy yourself a clue, a vial, or something. Because these people aren't going to give you what your soul needs to go back to from which it came. These people aren't equipped to do that. Because they got their minds on so much carnal things. They got their minds on so much that's happening in this world. And the word tells us, guys, we are in the world, but we are not of the world. So, I know there are going to be some people, well, I like to see my pastor, she dressing all up, looking good, he's supposed to be riding this, that, and the other. Not on the back of people who barely making it themselves. And then you go to them and they'll tell you, looking for a little bit of money to pay your gas and electric bill. Oh, we don't have that ministry. We don't do that. Oh, we don't do this. You can't even go and turn and get no help from them, but they just sucking you dry. Come on, I need another $100 from you, sis. I need another $300 from you, brother. Y'all better sit up and take notice about what's going on. These things are being revealed, okay? I keep telling you guys, we are living in the book of Revelation where things are being revealed. And we better be proactive about what we gonna accept into our hearing, our seeing. We better, and all up in here, we better get it together, guys. We better get it together now because we don't know how much more time we got on this planet. We just don't know. So we better try to get ourselves together, gird ourselves up, and try to get the right information so that, you don't want to hear the Father say, depart from me, I know you're not. And you've been sitting up in a church for about 1,000 years, getting fed pablum, never getting no meat and potatoes. Just keep feeding your baby food. Well, my Lord, the baby grows up and ain't the baby supposed to get a little meat and potatoes? When are they going to do that? Now, you know something wrong if you're sitting up in a church and all you doing after 20 years is still getting pablum. Shouldn't you be moved on to something solid? something solid for the soul and the spirit, man. Sitting up there year after year after year, just getting fed a lot of malarkey. Listen. And see, if you read the word, don't be a lazy Christian. I'm not into Christianity. I don't deal with religion no more. I used to. But it's about a walk with my Creator for me. I don't know what it is for you, but for me, it's all about a walk with my Creator. And hearing Him say, well done, my good and faithful servant, at the end of all of this. So you guys, I'm just going to say this once again. I'm going to get on up out of here. I want y'all to stop letting these women and men who, just because they look cute, they driving this, they on television, they must be God's people. Didn't Almighty say something about He only found fault in 2 churches? In 2. And how many we got out here? And He only found, well, did I say that right, Lord? I'm so daggone pumped up. He only found, he found fault in a lot of churches except for 2. If I said that the other way around, y'all please excuse me because I just got a little bit pumped up. I just got a little bit pumped up. There's a little baby pumped up. So I might have misspoken, but He found fault in all those churches except for 2. In all those churches, because people were just twisting and they was knotting stuff up and they would tell you that much truth. But then at the end, that little bit left, they're going to twist it up. That's how Satan works. They're going to twist it up to make it a lie. So you got to not be lazy. You got to do some work. The Bible also says we have to study to show ourselves approved. We have to. We have to dig in there. And if something we don't understand, don't you worry about it. Almighty already know. You just, I like to say, put it on the shelf. And He going to bring it to your memory. And He going to make you understand what that passage you read that you didn't understand. He going to make you understand what it means. I don't know if He's going to show you something or show you a thing. Or He's just going to drop it in your spirit. I don't know how He's going to reveal it to you. But He's going to make you understand. I'm trying to tell you, it didn't happen to me too many times. So I know. But y'all stop being led by these daggone wolves in sheep clothing. Y'all stop it. Stop it. Because these people out here, come on now, and y'all just getting your poor little heart broke because you're, not him, not her. Yeah, him, yeah, her. So, come on now. I want you guys to just listen, take a look around, see what's going on. You know what time we living in. We living in a time where, right is wrong and wrong is right. And people don't care nothing about right. A lot of people don't. They just want to get to the bag. Get to the bag. That's why I'm so glad I'm not even worried about it was somebody in the Bible, and I don't know who it was. Maybe y'all can help me out if you remember. But who was it? Somebody said, was it Paul? Somebody said, Lord, just let me be content in whatever state I find myself in. That way you run around looking for this and looking for that. And sometimes when you're so desperate to get to a thing, you might be willing to compromise some things. And then that's when Satan got he see that little crack. And before you know it, he done kicked that crack open into a wide big old door and he's going to walk right in. And he's going to be done devoured you up. So just be careful, guys. Just be careful. Just be careful. I hate to see somebody who called themselves, feel like they are a child of Almighty, to be taken advantage of. But woe to the person who doing the offense, because they going to give account for that. But it's still, we have to do what we have to do to get what we need to get. We can't rely on these so-called people out here who claiming they prophets, they this, they that, and the third. We can't rely on all of that stuff. Because people are being fake and phony, and they're only after your wallet. That's the only thing that matters to them. Because they want to get those automobiles, those daggone mansions, those boats, those fine clothes, those jewelry. They want to, they want to look like the picture of success. See me, I'm a big girl on campus. I'm a big man on campus. I am walking with God's blessing. I don't know, guys, because just because somebody walking around dressed to the hills or hilt or however you say it, just because they dressing to the nines and they driving a car, see, Satan can give out blessings too, but you gonna give him something back too. And 9 times out of 10, he looking for your soul, just that little thing called your soul. So he's in the blessing giving out business too, Satan, that is. So be careful, because you can't say that, I got this mansion, God gave it to me. Did he really? Did he really? Okay. I guess we'll have to just, take your word for it. But Almighty got the numbers of each and every last one of us, honey. He got the numbers of each and every last one of us. So, but guys, listen. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're still here, thank you. Sometimes I can get long with it. I'm trying not to go past 30 minutes here. But I just wanted to come and do this video because I was looking at another content creator, and they was making like they were so upset over the Larry Reid situation. And all it means in my mind, guys, is we got to stop listening and following man and start following our Creator, who loves us beyond measures. He loves us beyond measures and wants nothing but the absolute best. But some of these guys out here, honey, I'm saying they just wolves in sheep clothing. I don't want you to get sucked in. Be on your P's and Q's. Be on God. Be on God and see what the heck these people are really after. And it might sting you a little bit, especially if you've been up in their church for any long length of time. But that's okay. Count your blessings. If Almighty didn't open your eyes and pulled you out, count your blessings. You might have lost out on a few $100, $3,000. Count your blessings and keep it moving. Because God's going to give them what they got coming to them. Oh, yeah, he will. And he's going to give you what's coming to you as well. Okay? So, like I say, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like the video. Share it out, guys. Share it out. Send me some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Woo! Yeah. It's always going to be a new story coming out, guys. So we might as well brace ourselves. We just living in that era of time, wickeder, wiser. I don't know where the wiseness is coming from, unless they just getting wiser about being wickeder. I don't know. But almighty peace and blessings to you guys. I love you and I mean it, guys. Nothing you can do about it. Y'all be safe, be blessed, okay? And again, if you haven't subscribed to Sharina Belly, please think about doing so and just hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Ooh, Lord have mercy. It's something else, guys. It's something else. These people. I mean, I know I'm ready to wrap this up, but it's so much. Let's stop putting all this love and well, you can love people. I'm not going to say that. Love, because that's what we're commanded to do. But let's open our eyes. Let's walk in clarity. Let's not make these people out to be more than what they are. Okay? Especially when you feel like, see, God give us warnings and give us intuitions and feelings. We just got to be open to receiving it. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to really get on up out of here. You guys enjoy your day. I love you and I mean it, guys. Till the next time I see you or you see me or however this thing's supposed to be, almighty peace and blessings to each and every one of you.